I think we're back now, guys. Can you hear me? That was, yeah. Let's see if this is working. We are back. Is the same stream continuing, or did it create a new event? Because it should. Oh damn! It says 0 watching right now. What? I'm so. Why does it say 0 watching? Did it really mess up and create a new event from this? I'm so confused right now. I think it's like if you reconnect within like 5 minutes, it should continue the stream and it shouldn't create a new one. Okay, good to hear. Yeah, so basically what happened is, I don't know why this apartment has shit power, but if you use the water boiler or whatever it's called, the thing like the pressure cooker thing, and the microwave at the same time, the power goes out. And apparently my roommate forgot about that, so he did that while I was streaming. Because we had issues with that at the start, and then we figured out, okay, never use the microwave and the water boiler at the same time, and it won't happen. But it did, so I'm sorry about that. Hopefully it should. I don't know why that's. I feel like does that really take that much power? Like the microwave and a water boiler. I guess just one of those takes more than my 2 PCs at the same time. It's weird. And apparently, oh wait, let me replay that.
Another happy landing.
There we go. Thank you very much, May the 4th, for the $20 donation. My power went out at the same time as you sent the donation, but big thank you for the very kind donation, much appreciated. And thank you very much, Mishman14 as well. The power is back indeed. It was a pretty quick reboot. Wait, let me just, I think there's something that's, is it actually, wait, okay, there we go. So yeah, let's see, we're back. And what? Well, Yusuf, is that how you pronounce your name? Yeah, Yusuf here. Welcome back. Welcome to the stream. And then other new people who I didn't see before. I don't think so. So yeah. Oh, we got Gawkbox tips coming in. Name needed is back. I think you're still at the top of the list, aren't you? Username here. Okay, we got username here. Name needed. I like how the top 2 guys are just don't have a name there. But yeah, I'm back now, so let's continue the question. I need to scroll up again. I'm actually quite impressed of how fast I managed to get everything up and running again. Well, there's a lot of questions here to go through. Where's, oh my god, oh and why so many questions? Wait, how far up were I? Okay, this is gonna take a while to go through. Why Solf? Yeah, I know I modded you at the EVG Help stream. I just realized I've never said your name out loud, so I wasn't sure. Why Solf? Okay, I see. Wait, how far? Jesus, there's so many questions here. Here we go. So this was the last thing I saw from here. Damn, I missed it. Boom, and my power went out. But yeah, I'm impressed how quickly I actually booted everything up. Got all my 4 monitors correctly with all the windows and stuff. My streaming PC is a little bit slower because it's older, but everything else booted up very quickly. So yeah, what is the most awkward situation you've been in? I don't know. I got this question. I think I got this question last month as well, and I don't have a good answer for that. I think I might have brought something up then, but I don't remember what I said actually. Wait, what happened to Barty? Did he get KO'd? Oh, he got timed out by Nightbot. Rip. What do you think of reinforcement ships like the B-Wing or TIE Defender in Starfighter Assault? I would love to get him. B-Wing and TIE Defenders are like my favorite ships, so totally would love to see that in the game. Yippee! Thank you, James. For the super chat. I want online private matches to you. Yes, I think we all want private matches. I really want private matches because there's so many things that I can't do because I don't have private matches. Like Mythbusters are it's really hard to make without private matches, and if I had them I could do so much different videos that I think would be great.
Another happy landing.
F for Barty, KO'd by Nightbot. Alright, so Would you like to see the return of wingman for Luke and Vader? Vader, please. Vader, please. I'm not sure if I think that's worth it. I would love to get like the kind of guards on the ground, like the royal guards and stuff. But I thought the wingman was kind of not really necessary. I'd rather have them put all the effort towards new ships like the B-Wing or TIE Defender and such. Have you set a bigger delay on the stream? At least it feels so. No, I don't think so. How could you notice that? Maybe if you look on the chat here, you can see how live it is. If someone writes something in the chat. Now no one's typing anything, just because I wanted to test. So you can see how much of a delay it is. I'll just, as soon as it pops up. Actually, that doesn't matter because the chat will also be delayed, so I don't know. Whatever. I haven't added any delay. Maybe something bugged out when the power went out. Norway was Sweden. What's the best country? Is that even a question? Of course it's Sweden. Sweden is like the ruler of Scandinavia, and then we all have all the like the Norway is kind of like the little brother, and Finland is like the, I don't know, cousin, and Denmark is, I don't know, that weird little kid in the family that no one wants to hang out with. Oh, okay, if you mean the delay on the actual super chat there, Echo, I think that was just the alert that was being very slow. Because I noticed it was very slow as well, so I don't think that has to do with my delay. What was the best Christmas gift you received? That's a tough question, actually. I think I talked about the Christmas gifts earlier, and I can't really think. No, I don't know which was my favorite. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Hard to pick. Merry Christmas to you too, Negi, and a Happy New Year. #Porks. Now we're getting into the parts where we're not actually getting extra, not actually getting real questions, but it's just random stuff. Yeah, I know we have a lot of Scandinavians in the chat. What did you not like about The Last Jedi? Superman, Leia. And there's gonna be some spoilers here, just in case you're for some reason haven't seen the movie, which I find very strange. But yeah, I would say I thought that, and I still think we should have had more of a backstory to Snoke. I know some people might disagree, but I still think that we should have. And then the fact that there was so little world building, we get to know nothing about the rest of the galaxy pretty much, which I think was.
Sorry about that, guys.
Jimmy, thank you very much, Jimmy. It's fine. It's fine. It was pretty quick to boot up the pieces. If in case you didn't know, that was Jimmy who sent that donation, who accidentally caused the power to go out. I need to look into if there's some way to like. I don't think it shouldn't go out that easily. And the weird thing is that I think my lights didn't go out actually. No, they did go out. But the light bulb in the ceiling didn't go out, so like it's connected in some weird way. But yeah, luckily YouTube Stream Now feature is pretty good at catching up. Bardi, Denmark owned Norway and Sweden owned Finland, and Denmark will always prevail, or we're used to. No, Denmark you can have Skåne from us. That's about it. Yeah, it was a switch flip, so I had to go out into the I don't know, the control thing and flick it up again. So it can I just tape that thing so it doesn't go down when there's too much power, or let like fry the cables? So yeah, it wasn't those old things you need to replace, but I could just flip that switch and the power was back on again, luckily. What did you like about The Last Jedi? Oh, the Snoke scene, the whole thing that were there, and the silent kamikaze with Holdo. And just some of the artwork, like Crate looks amazing. That last fight was great as well. So there's a lot of good stuff in there as well. We recently discovered that a person in this Discord, who I won't name, uses Internet Explorer. Opinions? Well, I don't know, just that it's really weird. Why would anyone use Internet Explorer? I guess it's called Edge now. So if you're actually using Internet Explorer, that's even worse. But yeah. Who was your favorite character in The Last Jedi? I would probably say either Kylo Ren or Snoke, actually. I'm not sure, to be honest. I can show you, Devin, You go here. No, wait, maybe I can't because I have the user, and then you go to connections here. Okay, yeah, I have streamer mode now. But if you click on connections right here, you will see that you can link to YouTube. It's very simple. Who is the most inspiring person you have met? Oh, that's a tough question. Can I say the actor for Palpatine? No, I can't. That was more like a cool thing. That wasn't like inspiring, so to say. I don't know if I met an inspiring person who was tough one, to be honest. I don't have a good answer for that. Jar Jar Binks and Joseph. And that's not even a question. I suppose if you mean or, I would say Jar Jar Binks. I don't even not even sure what kind of question that is. Jim or Dwight? I mean, I can relate more to Jim, definitely. But
Denmark
Dwight is a great
used
character.
To own Sweden, or sort of in the Kalmar Union, until Christian II went ahead and killed 80 Swedes because he felt like it. And then Sweden and Denmark's friendship was broken.
Exactly. Why do you think we don't like Danish people? Because you just killed 80 Swedes for no reason, right? And you talk weird. No, I'm just kidding. It's like the kind of, you know, brother relationship where everyone makes fun of. I don't know why everyone makes fun of Denmark, but it's just a history lesson with Bardi, indeed. Do you know if DICE completely stopped supporting Battlefront 1? Probably. I mean, they are obviously running the servers, and they might, if there's some issue there, they might do something about it. But I don't think they will never add anything to that game. Do you think that they will add so you can destroy the Death Star like in the first Battlefront? I want that, but when I tweeted that to Criterion, they kind of responded really, I don't know how to say, not very nice. They were like, and how many times have that already been done? When I was like, well, you could just take it from the last game and add the controls from this game. That's all we want. And it's not about it's been done before. It's the fact that it's locked to a...
Another happy landing.
I was just a prank.
Locked to a DLC that you pretty much can't find people and play with now. That's the problem. It was just a prank. A prank gone wrong. Denmark kills 80 Swedes because he felt like it. I almost died. 1 million views. What kind of bear is best? Ooh, wait. Wait, Jim says black bear, right? Black bear, and then yeah, I don't know what Dwight actually wants for that, but I love that scene when Jim is impersonating Dwight. It's a lot of fun. Koala bear, yeah. Panda. Why you ask? I'm the one answering questions here, not you. And this is the wrong answer. It's either black bear or grizzly bear. I think that's what he said. I can't remember that scene right now. Not sure. Thank you, Chop Day, for the Gawkbox tip. Any shocking moments in The Last Jedi that you didn't expect? Well, I thought Leia was gonna die in that scene, and then she just like goes all Superman. That was weird. And then I honestly did not think Snoke would die that quickly. I did not expect that to happen. And I hope I made it clear before that this is going to contain spoilers. Because like, if you're watching a live stream 3 weeks after the movie was out, I'm sorry, but it's... okay, to be honest, if you haven't watched the movie 3 weeks in, you probably don't care if you get spoiled. Have you seen the Shooting Stars meme with Carrie? I can already imagine. No, I haven't, but I can imagine how it looks. The Shooting Stars with Palpatine is the best one still. Can you spoil all of The Last Jedi in 30 seconds? If you cannot, then Obi-Wan is better than I've already done it, Barty. I did it right before these questions. I did warn Echo. I did. Problem is, if someone jumps into the stream now, I can't warn them over and over and over. That's the problem. I mean, it even says The Last Jedi in the title, so I think people probably understands. Would you ever consider officially renaming yourself to Young Sheev? Yes, I'm asking this again in the hopes that you one day accept it. If you mean actually changing my name to Sheev, no. I mean, I just literally registered a company called Sheev Productions. Like, I own a limited, what's it called, company called Sheev Productions. So I think that's as far as I'm willing to go with that meme, okay? because they rejected like
what
all
do you
my
think
other.
is needed to make SWB2 rise, since the hard media against MTX were so hard focused? Great work, Elliot, with your YouTube
Thank
channel.
you very much.
But
Thank you very much, Ouroboros78. That's a very good question, and I would say that like they got so much flack that no matter how much they fix it and how good the game is, they will never be able to fully return it. But they need is kind of like a new marketing push. So if they actively give us a lot of cool modes now and new content for the next 6 months, and then they or maybe even shorter than that, I don't know, and then they
Another happy land.
give us thank you very much, Gentle, for the donation, much appreciated. You always drop in those anonymous messages or anonymous donations, much appreciated, Gentle. Always support, love your support. But yeah, back to the question. I think they need to, like, after they've fixed the main things, which obviously is the progression system, and after they reintroduce microtransactions, it has to be after, because they can't re-promote the game and then add microtransactions. That's just gonna hit them back. But if they fix the progression, add a bunch of content people want, maybe like Grievous, Obi-Wan, and Anakin and whatever, and then have the progression system. They have a lot of customization, and that's going to be the only MTX. If that's the case, if they fix all that, and they make like a new push, marketing push, like this is the, I don't know, Battlefront 2.5, or this is like a relaunch kind of the game almost. If they do that, they will definitely not repair everything, but maybe they can get websites to review the game as well. I think that that could work. So that's what they need to do in the long term, and in the short term they just need to communicate more. Communicate, talk about what are they up to, what are their plans, and all that kind of stuff. That's what they really need to do. So hopefully that's what they are doing. What is your opinion on the word hype? I personally think that hype is just hype and not hype. I don't even know what hype. I don't know. Hype is a fair word to use when something is hyped. So yeah, it's that's what I would say. What are your thoughts on Elon Musk sending a Tesla Roadster into Mars, orbiting, playing Space Oddity by David Bowie? Troll of the Year or serious business? By the way, we'll find out in January 2018. I haven't read it. I read about the title, basically about that. I feel like, I don't know. I think it's just something he's saying, to be honest.
I like your strategic way of thinking. Good answer.
Thank you, Orbus. I'm glad you liked my answer. I feel like that's the right way for them to take the game. But yeah, I'm really curious about the whole Elon Musk and the whole sending colonizing Mars and stuff like that. But I don't know about the car and the David Bowie and Space Oddity by David Bowie. Hard to say. I think that's just a PR thing, to be honest. Are you not a non-vegan that doesn't abstain from the use of animal? I'm just gonna say I'm not a vegan because I'm not even sure what you're trying. I think Negi is always smoking something when he's in the chat or sending donations or leaving questions, because they're always like, someone is like, you know, when you just take those recommended words that pop up on the autocorrect on Android, it kind of feels like sometimes he does that. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? It's a system we cannot afford to lose. What are your thoughts on buying me a yacht? I hate that. How do you pronounce that word? Yacht? Yeah, I don't even know. And no, I will not do that. If I could afford one myself, I probably wouldn't even buy one. I'd probably buy a house instead. Who's your favorite hero, Elliot? I know you probably answered this, but I don't know who your favorite is. Palpatine, Bosk, Lando. I can't just pick one, so probably those. I would say, yeah, those are probably my favorites. Do you think that toe-based is Scranton Strangler? Could be. As Elliot is in the New Year's mood. Do you mean I'm drunk, or what's that supposed to mean? Oh, now we're getting to the weird. I'm telling you, Negi, he smokes something when he's leaving these questions. Is Torbis Toby? It's pretty similar. Maybe it is. Is there anything here I can actually answer? Okay, this one is like brown and sticky. Yeah, those disgusting things we ate during my cooking stream. What is it called when a cat wins a dog show? No idea. Look at this. How am I supposed to answer this? It's like a poem. I don't know. A stick? Get it? Where is it? Who is it? Why is it? Sounds really serious. Yeah, I know Senate Central. Okay, now we're just... Oh my god. Yes, Owen, the questions are getting worse. They were off to a pretty good start, but now we're literally an entire page here of non-questions that you cannot answer. How do you feel about the return of Care Squad? I need to ban the just a combination of KR, so any words in the chat that's KR will get banned. Oh my god, what is it? What are these questions? Do you feel like we need the return of the XD squad? No. No XD squad. How do you feel about Luke dying in The Last Jedi? If I called out that he dies, I am legend. I thought it was maybe not. I thought it was totally expected that he would go, but maybe not the way he did. You know what? Just to be 100% safe, I'm gonna like. I'm just gonna add that in the title now, so people see that it's The Last Jedi spoilers. I know probably everyone has watched it, but anyways, it doesn't hurt in case someone. What? Why did the sponsor mode just go off? Okay. The hell? Uh-oh. I don't know what just happened. YouTube is so weird. When you change a single thing... Okay, guys, I'm sorry. It's going on again. Come on. The Senate is leaking. Is it back now? There we go. Yeah, there's some bug on YouTube where if you change like the title, or if you change anything, it like disables the... It removes your chat settings, which is so annoying. Misa, big doo-doo, exactly. I gotta give props to Josh. Okay, now you can't see it there, but he actually had the time to get a question in during those few seconds. Do you think we will get a dark side Anakin with his hood up? I would think that if we get Anakin, we'll probably get a light side, but who knows? Yes, I do, Negi. Favorite blaster for each class? Probably CR2, NT242, the Blurg with the 4 burst. And for I actually still haven't unlocked the last one on the heavy, but I think the TL50 will be my favorite because I used it on Iden, so it's hard to say. Are you happy that Rey turned to the dark side? The funny thing is that these questions were left before the movie, so Rocket, maybe you were wrong, and Senate Central were right. Unless, wait, can you see what this was edited to? No, you can't.
Another happy landing.
If Extraction returns, would you want heroes in the game? Considering heroes are easier to kill in this game, also thoughts on DICE's silence?
Thank you, Star Fox, the Gawkbox, and Chop Day. Grand Moff, that's a very good question. I think it would be cool actually having one hero on each side, because if you have them in the back, they're gonna be useless. If you actually push and use them at the extraction barge to protect it, you will die very quickly. So I think if we could have heroes in the previous game, I think we could definitely have it in this game, considering that it is easier to kill them. Thoughts on DICE silence? It's a shame. I mean, they really gotta say something this week. It's a new year. I know they have some weird communication rules. Like, I know a lot of people want to talk there, but their corporate policies might block it, or I don't know exactly how it works. But like, this week they have to say something. It can't be this silence anymore. They need to talk. And I can just imagine the frustration the devs have not being able to talk. But yeah, I hope we'll get more communication this week. Favorite modifier for a blaster? Probably the extra burst for the Blurg. I really like that one. Are you happy that Raylo never happened? Yes, I am. What do you feel about the new DLC missions? They were better than I expected. Like there's some parts, like when they, yeah, spoilers for that as well if you haven't played it, Resurrection. But like when Iden dies, that was just so non-emotional. I don't think I've ever felt so not like so much I don't give a crap about that. Although we followed her for so long, it was such a, it just didn't feel like there was no reaction from her daughter almost, which is just weird. But I liked the story of it because I thought it was really cool that it linked straight into The Last Jedi, considering it was like right basically right before. And who knows, maybe we even get to see the future of them in some in the next movie or in another DLC. So story-wise good, but execution-wise not the best. I don't even. Okay, now get. I feel like we should just ignore Negi's questions. He doesn't have. Okay, okay, never mind. He does have some serious questions. Okay, so you just gotta filter out the weird ones, all right? Do you know what AK means? If you mean the AK, do you know if you mean AK from the gun AK? Then no, I don't know. Why do the newcomers keep not asking questions in this chat and just chatting like general? I don't even know what he means. There's been mostly questions here. Yeah, you should always have a question with a question mark here, I guess. When are we getting to the real questions here? Like, good night. Do you sleep well during the night? And most of the time, yes. Unless only time I don't sleep well is if I've slept way too long, and then I need to go to bed early because I need to get up early the day after. Like yesterday, I couldn't fall asleep. But otherwise, I don't have any problems. Do you think that in the future years, every AAA game could have a Battle Royale mode because it's crazy success recently? Totally. I don't know how long Battle Royale is gonna last, but how as big as it is right now, I don't see any reason to why they couldn't have it in like Battlefront. They don't need to have a straight up Fortnite or Fortnite or PUBG copy. But if they just have the mechanic where you have limited resources, and you die, you're out. Like if you literally have those two things, not the rest doesn't have to be like the other ones. That still adds the whole Battle Royale part where you just don't just, oh, I died, respawn. Like you actually, it's a little bit like Search and Destroy, that game mode in some shooters. It's definitely not Battle Royale, but it's the way where you have limited lives, and if you add that to like Battlefront, and then you add the part where you don't have unlimited resources, where like imagine if your blaster didn't have if your blaster had like bolts, like you have 10 bolts in this one now, and you don't regenerate health or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Heroes or villains Battle Royale, I think that would be harder because they don't really have I don't know. I think it would work better with normal troopers. Do you know that Musilk server has over 6,000 people online? Well, no, but it doesn't surprise me considering that he has like millions of subscribers, or at least 2 million, 3 million. I don't quite remember. I've actually hung out with Musilk a lot at some of the EA events this year. It's really confusing because his name is Elliot as well. Wait, is that a secret? I don't think it is, right? But yeah, it was multiple times. They were like, Elliot, we were like, both, yeah. Wait, yeah. Did you know that I have been banned from that server? No, I did not, but now I do. Why did you delete my messages if there's nothing that bans them in? How does this get through? We had a bot that was supposed to remove this, and it still gets through. I'm just thinking about in episode 1 where like lightsabers, it's still coming through. That's what I'm thinking when I see Negi's messages right now. Are you happy that the word has been banned on the server? Yes, but apparently it's not working, Owen. How was your cooking show? It was actually a lot of fun. I might do that at some point again in the future. Can you go around Stockholm and pet dogs? I can, but I'm not sure I will, if that's what you mean. What shampoo do you use? Head and Shoulders. What lotion do you use? Not really any, I think. No? Can you please have a meetup in Stockholm? Thank you, Delta Eagle, for the Gawk box. The only time I have like a meetup would be at events. Like the only time I had in Stockholm was at TubeCon and at Comic-Con. So I will not do like a random meetup at some place here and then 3 people turn up. I don't have enough Swedish fans for that. So the only time I do a meetup of some sort will be at events, whether it's Star Wars Celebration or Comic-Con or something like that. Do you have any advice for people that are starting a YouTube channel except do your own thing? Good audio quality is like key. You really need to have good audio quality.
Another happy landing.
Try to be unique, and like if you're gonna do commentaries, practice on commentating a lot. Don't have like a quiet voice and just sit like this and be really shy. I know it's hard at the beginning. If you go back and listen to some of my very early stuff, I'll do the same thing, but just practice basically. And big thank you May the 4th for another $10. Thank you very much. A lot of anonymous donors or like non-message donations, but big thank you May the 4th, whoever you are, for the very kind donation. I really appreciate it. So yeah, that's my tips for. Okay, Senate Central makes sense. Favorite American food? I don't think none of my favorite foods in general are from America, but if I'm talking about my favorite food that is American, why is this so hard? Can I say burgers? Is that American thing? I don't even know. Maybe. Because like they have really good sushi in America, the USA or America, but it's not. It's Japanese, so I don't know. I can't think of a dish that originated in the US actually. So I guess a burger. How many points do you have? You get a point for each one you have done. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick head count, and I'm not gonna give you. I'm gonna let you guys. Okay, let's see. Okay, 8. I got 8 points. That's all I say. Wait, 8 or 9 points, I think. But I won't go through each one, okay? Where can I chat in the Discord? Let me go quickly back to the chat here. If you mean chat, the general chat is the one that says general. That's where like the random talk is. The questions I'm doing now, they are like, if you leave questions there now, those will be answered next month. So I do. These are like questions from, you can see this is from the 10th of December, this question. So I kind of stack out those. You leave questions for 30 days and then I have a new Q&A. And then if you have like last minute or live questions, you ask them in the chat. So that's how it works. How tall are you? 187 centimeters. Do you live near Danderyd? No, I don't. I mean, I live in Stockholm, so everything's fairly close to each other. But I don't live near. I don't live on the same part as Danderyd. Worst senator. I like how 7 people wrote Torbis here. I am not gonna answer that question. What do you think they need to change the most about Battlefront 2? Specific answer. Progression system. Very easy to answer. Favorite YouTube channel to watch in your free time? Probably all of Gordon Ramsay's channels, like Kitchen Nightmares. What else is that? Oh, that's the main one I watch. Hotel Hell. Basically all the ones where his highlights are from. Is this Danish? This probably is Danish. I don't even know what that means. Okay, go. Why do you ask about me petting dogs again? I can go around and pet dogs, but I won't do it. Elliot, will the server stay free? Will. We pay $5 a month. I'm not sure what you mean. You want it to be free, but you pay. Will the server stay free? Will. I guess so. Except I'll ban some occasional words. What happens to the Discord access if someone leaves the Senate? Bardi, no, I don't think even if I answered it in anonymously, I don't think I could say there's a worse senator. I think when someone leaves the Senate, there's a lot of different options. I think I set it to like the mild, because this is all done automatically through the YouTube gaming and Discord integration, and I think that I set the rules to like the mildest. The standard rules is that you get kicked from the server after like 2 or 3 days, I think. But I've set it so I think it's a week or 2 weeks now. And even so, I don't think you get kicked. You should only, let me see if I scroll down. Yeah, I think exactly, it says online here. So I think you're able to read the chat, but you can't comment. So like you have 1 or 2 weeks until you lose the role, and then after that you can read but not chat. So that's the way it works. And again, that's all automated, so it's not me being there like, oh, this guy isn't paying, I'm gonna remove them. That's not how it works. First order or resistance? First order. My resistance or the other resistance, maybe? Are you going to play some Battlefront on consoles? Highly unlikely. Favorite mode in Battlefront 2? I have to say Galactic Assault. Like, I tend to go back to that all the time. Yeah, Galactic Assault. Yeah, it is exactly, Negi. It is Galactic Assault. You read my mind. Are you going to grow an afro? Nope, I don't think I can do that. What next colors are you planning to dye your hair? Next year, I'm definitely going to do a proper dye that lasts for a few weeks if we hit the goal. I have not decided yet which colors, but I'll have to figure out something better than just the spray that we had this year. Devin keeps thinking about the popcorn eating in my 14-hour stream. Yeah, I know. When my friend freaking was that during the live stream? No, wait. Yeah, it was when the power went out. Because he has his stove on. So his power went out the same way it did here. So he couldn't, he left in the middle of a PUBG game. What do you think about the campaign? Do you like the biggest plot twist? Nah, I don't. I think the campaign was mediocre. To say, yeah, that's basically what I would say, mediocre. Also, I'm watching you stream right now. Nice, Versanu. Why does... I don't know, Negi. I usually spell it, because a name usually starts with a big letter. Negi, that's usually how we do it. Yeah, exactly. Because names always start with a big letter. Xbox One or PS4? I think I'm gonna have to go with PS4. Actually, I don't know. I can't. I'm unbiased. I don't know. How many questions have you answered today? 50 maybe. I'm just estimating. When is the next Q&A? Probably in about 3.5 weeks from now, I would say. Today, exactly. Favorite quote? Do it. What were you on the night of February 29th, 2006? Wait, is this like the trick question? Because I think February 29th probably didn't. That was not a, I don't know, what's that called in English when you have the extra day every 4 years? That was probably not one of those years. So I think Negi is trying to trick me here. And in that case, it didn't exist. Last name, nope. Not safe for work channel, nope. You are in the wrong channel for that, man. I am not here to promote not safe for work stuff. Should Anne stop deleting our questions? We put a lot of hard work into them. Actually, I fully trust that Anne has only deleted inappropriate questions. So I fully trust Anne on that. Should Anne ban Negi for questioning her modding? I don't think that she should do that either. Anne has done a good job modding, Torbis. Not sure what you're talking about.
Another happy landing.
Can Torbis learn how to member? Exactly. Can you learn that, Torbis? Thank you very much, Gentle 1996 again for the donation. Much appreciated, dude. And as always, big thank you for your support. Leap year, that's what it's called, leap year. It's called skottår in Swedish, which means like, I don't know, shooting year. It's weird. Can Owen learn how to be Owen Wilson? maybe I could. Did you grow up in Stockholm or have you lived somewhere else? I have grown up in Stockholm. I have not. I've grown up in Stockholm. Simple as that. Yes. Right. Up. North and east. I don't know what. I just took the one that popped up in my head. Will Echo ever accept my friend request? Good question, Echo. Will you? Will Elliot ever accept my Discord friend request? Just because you asked, I probably won't accept it. Is OG Battlefront 2 still your favorite Battlefront game? I wouldn't say so. I prefer the new one. Despite its flaws, I think in a year's time, when they fixed everything with this game, people are gonna say it's the best one. I really can't realistically compare them. I feel like I have so much fond memories of the original Battlefront 2 games. But I also have that with this game. It's just hard. It's extremely I find it weird when people have very nostalgic rose-tinted goggles on and look at rose-tinted glasses and look on the old games. Because if you were to give Battlefront 2 and Battlefront 2 to a person who has never played any of them, I guarantee you that 99% of them will say that they prefer the new one. That's just the way it is. Or maybe 95% or something like that. But that's a hard comparison. It's very hard to compare games that are like so long, like what is it, like 12 years in between. It's really hard to compare that realistically. Because like right now, I don't have any urge at all to go back and play the old game at all. I'd rather go back and play Battlefront 2015. Why is Owen saving up questions? Oh, soon is the big list. How was The Last Jedi? Pretty good. One of my favorites, but not the favorite. Is Owen a robot? I don't think so. Okay, here we go. Holy crap. Okay, so we're gonna... This is like this part where I do the speed answering. Speed answering with Owen. Let's see here. Can you rate The Last Jedi out of 100? Be very specific with your number. 78. 78. What was your favorite part of The Last Jedi? Beginning, middle, or end? Probably middle. Favorite new character in The Last Jedi. We didn't get that much new characters, so we got like Rose. I don't even know. We got Rose. We got the DJ, and we got... I don't even know. Maybe I'll say that commander in the beginning of the commander in the beginning of the movie. Maybe I preferred him over both Rose and DJ. Okay, I need to be quicker here. There's too many questions. Okay. What is one game you have always wanted to play but never have? Probably KOTOR. What is one game you thought you would like but actually did? What? Do you mean a game that you thought... Oh, you thought you wouldn't like but actually did? Oh, I remember one game. I played A Story About My Uncle. I very rarely play single-player games, so I didn't think I would enjoy that at all, but it turned out to be one of my favorite games. A Story About My Uncle was really good. Fun mechanics for someone who likes kind of puzzle games, a bit like Portal. So I thought A Story About My Uncle was fantastic. What was the last lie you told? Oof, that's too tough. I don't know. Have you ever danced in the rain? No. Have you ever been in a car accident? Yes, just a few months ago. Or car accident, like someone bumped into us in the queue, but it was like we didn't get hurt or anything, but his front thing was kind of like squashed up, so it was not like just a small bump, but it was enough to make his front go completely messed up, but it didn't hurt or something like that. Best compliment you have ever received? That's I don't have a good answer for that. Do you trust anyone with your life? Probably my family, my parents, my sister, and some of my friends as well. It depends on what you mean. And trust them with your life, like they would hold something that with a button to. Then yeah, I might probably yeah. Greatest strength or weakness? I don't know if that's strength or weakness, but I can get very like I don't know. I know what I can. I don't know how to put it. Like I can get very involved in something. Like if I'm editing something, I can be like, okay, why did I just spend 3 hours doing that little thing? I don't do it anymore that much. I've been learning to like not do it, but that comes like to, and not just that, but whenever I've decided, oh, I want to fix this for my stream, or I want to do that, I can usually spend an unnecessary amount of time fixing that I know no one will actually care about other than me. But that goes to like all things. I can get, if something isn't working, I get really pissed off, and I can be like, I can get frustrated quickly, I guess. Perfect pizza. Oh, I had a pizza today, which was not perfect by far, but it was good. It had steak on it, bolognese sauce, feta cheese, mushrooms. I put some Tabasco on it, red onions. It's pretty good. That's kind of stuff I like. Not that one in particular wasn't the best one I've had, but good combos. Perfect hot dog should be a fried or oh, hello. Hey, Elliot. Thank you for the $3 Gawkbox tip. Much appreciated, dude. Perfect hot dog. Grilled hot dog with some shrimp salad on. That is very, very good. Perfect burger. Cheese, crispy bacon, some truffle aioli, fried onions, and some raw onions. A little bit of salad. Am I missing something? Maybe some others. Some barbecue sauce, maybe. I think that would be a pretty good burger. Cheese, of course, if I forgot that. Perfect burrito. I don't have a good answer. Perfect taco has to be a lot of cilantro and lime on. That's basically my base requirements. Perfect sandwich. Don't have a good answer. Perfect ice cream. Probably just some chocolate ice cream with some raspberries on, maybe. Would be delicious. What was your last thought when you went to sleep yesterday? Probably I need to fall asleep right now because I'm supposed to be up in like 5 hours to meet my accountant. First thought when you woke up this morning. Oh shit, I need to get up and go to my accountant. Probably. If you could have personally witnessed anything that has ever happened, what would you have wanted to see? Probably see A New Hope when it first released and everyone's reaction to it. Could that have been boring? Is that a boring answer? I think I'd love to. I wish I could re-see the original and prequel trilogy for the first time. Like, if you could be any age for a week, what age would that be? I don't know. I'm pretty happy with my age. I don't think I wanna. Why would I want to be older? Like, if there was some age limit on something, I could understand it. But I don't. Wait, could I? So does that mean I can keep my brain? So I could be like 2 weeks old? No, wait. When can you actually talk? Like, let's say I was 1 year old and I could have my brain right now. That'd be pretty cool. I would be like, oh my god, this baby can do math and talk and everything. So yeah. What questions do you hate to answer? Questions that you can't answer. Very good. Where were you 3 hours ago? Probably making my last video. Do you think someone was stalking you? No. What cheers you up? Hanging out with friends, laughing, probably. Describe something that happens to you for which you had no explanation. Don't have a good answer. I know you have a lot more down there, Owen, so I hope I gave you a fairly good answer on most of them. Did Owen ask too many questions? I mean, he had good questions as well. So it was a lot of questions, but also good questions. So I don't mind. Do you like The Last Jedi more than The Force Awakens? Yes, I do. Can you post a photo of when you were a kid? Yeah, I actually saw this. I briefly scrolled past this and I saw it, so I prepared a photo. Are you guys ready? You guys are gonna have to guess which one it's me. It's probably pretty easy. Which one here do you think is me? 1, 2, or 3? Left, middle, or right? Chat, what do you think? Who is me? It's probably pretty easy, right? Let's see what you guys say. Yeah. They're right in the chat. It's the far right one, exactly. This is me. This is actually Max or Sap. He was in my live stream. And this is another childhood friend who I don't think has been on any of my streams. And no, Jimmy is not in that photo. Why do people not understand that we're supposed to ask questions here? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, maybe a mod to clear them up. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Should we ban? We're not. Nope, no bans. Owen is deleting 5 questions. Can you do something? I trust Owen and Anne with my life. Okay, maybe not that much, but I trust them with keeping proper questions, because I know they can do that. Does your cares about grammar? Oh my god, why are you trying to give me a stroke, Neggy? Do you get mad if someone calls you salty or something? No, not really. I know I can get very salty, especially when I'm streaming and I do bad or something. I know I can get very... That goes back to the strength and weakness before. I can get very frustrated if I'm not doing well. So that's... Have you ever been in a fight? If you've been in a physical fight, a serious physical fight, I probably know. Like if you exclude when I was a kid and sometimes you get hit and you started crying and blah blah. But like after I've been at least a teenager or older, I don't think I've ever been in a proper physical fight. Most dramatic story in your life? I don't actually. Okay, I can tell you one thing that it's definitely not a dramatic story or something that's a big thing, but I just remembered it for some reason, which was when I was going home late one night, taking like the tram. There was a guy going around like super drunk. He was a AIK. Yeah, if Swedes know what AIK, this is one of the 3 Stockholm teams. He was going around like with his headphones like this, being super drunk. He was like screaming loud, singing the music. And then he started putting the headsets on people, like just quickly so they could hear it. And everyone was like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?" Like this. And I put it quickly on me, and I recognized instantly that it was a Slipknot song. So I was like, "Oh, Slipknot something." He was like, "Oh my god, how did you know the song?" And he started talking to me, and I was like, "Shit, I already regret my decision." And then he started like walking there and like howling. He was like a Nazi AIK fan. He's like in their kind of extreme, what do you call it, hooligan group, because he showed me like his tattoos. He's like, "Look at this, I'm in the Firman," and I'm in like their opposite club, so I had to be real careful not to say that. And I was like, "Yeah, cool, man." Like so yeah, I was like I was definitely not saying that I was rooting for I was a big fan of the other team, because he would probably have shot me there. But yeah, he was super drunk, started being extremely racist. We get in the tram, and unfortunately he sits in front of me, and I was like, shit. And then he starts being racist and shouting stuff, and I'm like sitting there like, I just want to get off. And then all of a sudden he brings up his phone. It doesn't work. So do you know what he does? He takes his phone, he smashes it with his fists, and then throws it on the ground. And I'm like, okay, I just want to get off now. So I just sit there, and he starts talking to me, and I'm like and he tries to ask me, as he talks about how his wife is out of town and he's just getting shit-faced or something. He's like, and then, yeah, I'm just trying to be like, I'm just trying to say things that makes him like not get angry, if that makes sense. And then, yeah, he what happened then? Yeah, then he tried asking me, "Oh, where are you going off?" Like, and I was like, I just dodged it and said like, "Where are you going off?" "I don't know, whatever I want." And I was like, obviously I did not want him to follow me or something like that. So I just, and then he started talking about how he had a gun, and he was like fiddling behind his back, and I was like, shit, okay, now I'm actually started to get scared, because I didn't actually think, but you know, someone's that drunk, you never know what could actually happen. So I was actually getting pretty scared there. So I was just waiting for my station to arrive, and when it arrived, I waited for the doors to open. I still sat there, and then I quickly got up and like kind of jogged out, and he was like, "Hey dude," like, but then it was too late because he was drunk and too slow. So I got out, the doors closed, and then I think I called like I called like the security number or something. It said like, okay, I was just on a tram, this guy is super drunk, he's racist, he says he has a pistol, whatever. And that's all I heard from that. So yeah, that was a pretty scary story, but it's not like some life-changing whatever. But I just remembered it, and I thought you guys might be interested in hearing that. Exactly, Devin. I just said whatever would cause him to agree with me, because I did not want him to get pissed when he started. Like, yeah, yeah. So back to the questions in the Discord. Do you feel like the new trilogy in Star Wars is a cash grab from Disney? I mean, obviously they're doing it for the money, but they haven't failed yet. They have definitely split the audience quite a bit, but I don't think it's just a cash grab. They could have done a lot worse than they have. Sequels or prequels? Prequels. favorite scene in The Last Jedi. I've already talked about that, Liam, but I'll go it again. So the whole Snoke gets wrecked scene and the silent kamikaze and yeah. Revenge of the Sith versus The Last Jedi. Revenge of the Sith, I would say yes, because that's my favorite movie. Will you ever do a Fortnite stream? I actually did. Not a dedicated Fortnite stream, but I did get a 25 kill game. Well, I got 8 out of those kills in the 14-hour stream. That was actually a good story. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Senna Central. Those kind of things doesn't happen to me too often, but if you go home late in Stockholm, you never know what happens, especially when you're in Oikwa territories. Do you like me? I'm unbiased towards all senators. I like you all, okay? A very political answer. Opinions on Queen Knight. I am not gonna say anything I will regret. I don't feel like causing any drama. I don't want to talk about other YouTubers. Yeah, that's about it. I've said what I think about clickbait, and I think that's all I can do right now. Thank you very much to Tobias Eriksson, Swede, for joining the Senate. Can we get some Senates in the chat for Tobias? Okay, I'm gonna use the English pronunciation, Tobias Eriksson, because it's kind of annoying to switch from Swedish to English. So welcome to the Senate. The Senate is dead. You have 3 choices of factions to join. What motståndsbevägelsen, den första orden, or the council? Who do you join? I think I'm just gonna be like Ahsoka and not join any of those and be like the lone wolf, because I'm not tempted to join any of those unless the first order actually, then first order actually means the first order. But yeah, we'll see. Spoiler: do you think the wrong people died in The Last Jedi? Not really, although I think I would prefer it if Luke survived. Then we got some badassery from him, and Leia would have died. For Snoke, I think it's good that he died. They did a horrible job explaining his backstory, but I still think it was good that he died. What do you think is going to happen in episode 9? I actually don't know, and that's what I like about the twist that they had. Kylo Ren is now the supreme leader. He succeeded in what Darth Vader failed to do. So I am actually really excited, but I don't have any good predictions. I'm gonna be honest. Favorite hero ability in the game? I like the Rey's mind trick was actually really like one of my favorites, but now I gotten used to it. So I'd probably say Palpatine's dark aura. Yeah. Opinions on the Supremacy, Snoke's flagship. How do you think it compares to the Eclipse? Wait, which one is the Eclipse? I need to Google that. I should probably know that.
Another happy landing.
Quinn Knight is the only clickbaiter in the Battlefront YouTube community. We need to take him down before it is too late.
Thank you for the donation, Barty. Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that at all. And I am not at all gonna be someone who tries to take someone else down or start any drama. I just don't do that. It's basically the Battlefront community has been very blessed to not have too much clickbait, so to say. There are some for like GTA, Call of Duty that are so much worse, and it seems like it's starting to sipper into the Battlefront community, unfortunately. But that's what I'll leave it at. I'm still not figuring out. It's Palpatine's flagship in Legends. Oh, okay. I think I'll say that the Dreadnought is cooler, because I don't really have any relation to... hello there, Hank. Hello there. Hope you are doing good.
Another happy landing.
Yeah, I see what you mean, Barty. I see what you mean. Unfortunately, there are other communities where actual things like that has happened. That the Dread. No, did I say the Dreadnought? I meant the. Oh my god, I can't even remember what it's. Supremacy. Actually, but the Dreadnought was really cool though when it came in, especially that it comes in at the end of the car map in Battlefront 2 as well. But Supremacy was a pretty cool ship. I think so. Have you recovered from Owen's questions? Sort of. Do you watch Binging with Babish? Yes, that's actually one of my favorite channels as well. I love that channel. Have you read the Crimson Empire story arc? I have not. Clone Wolfpack versus Inferno Squad. Probably Inferno Squad. Do you think an old Republic season with heroes like Satel Shan and Darth Malgus would be a good idea? I don't think that's gonna happen because it's not canon, and that would be a big thing to bring into canon. So if they did that just through multiplayer, it would be a little bit weird. So I don't think that's gonna happen. What would a Swedish Palpatine sound like? Gör det. That's a Swedish for do it. Do you like the Supremacy? Yeah, I guess I like it for most reasons. Just it was cool big ship basically, but it was very easy to take out, I guess. Why has no one else thought about hyperspeed or lightspeed kamikaze before? So I don't know. Do you think Supreme Leader Snoke is on the level of Palpatine in terms of being badass and being a dark side user? The thing is, he could have been if we would have gotten some backstory, because he obviously has some really cool force powers. The way he toys with Rey and like shoots the force lightning is almost cooler than what Palpatine did, but we don't know anything about his backstory. Palpatine has such a cool backstory with how he's the last in the line of the Sith and who actually managed to overthrow the Jedi, and how he poses as like a politician, but then he takes over the entire galaxy basically. So in that way Palpatine is better, but Snoke had a lot of cool force powers. He's I don't know, he could have been a better character in my opinion. Rate Inferno Squad out of 10. If you mean the book, probably like 6 out of 10. Oh, hello there, Knappen. A Swedish I am the Senate would be better. Jag är senaten. Is that even what it's called in English? I don't even, I mean Swedish, I don't know. If Master Chef was a thing in Star Wars and you had to serve the judge a 3-course meal, what would it be? And oh, the judge is Palpatine. Probably fried porg for main course, and then some blue milk panna cotta for dessert, and and maybe the starter would be that fish that Luke fished up in The Last Jedi, some sushi of that. Exactly, I'll be judging myself. Are you ready for... Okay, okay. Owen, it's time to go into speed mode again here. What makes you bored? Sitting in the class was pretty boring. Do you like spicy food? Yes. What is your favorite spicy food? Probably Indian spicy food. Are you usually late, early, or right on time? Usually a little bit early. Worst punishment you ever had? I don't know. I wasn't too annoying as a kid, so I didn't get too much of annoying punishments either. So I can't really think of anything good. Favorite type of chocolate? If I really want to eat a lot of chocolate, milk chocolate. But if I just want to have some pieces to enjoy, I would say dark chocolate. Prefer rainy days over snowy days? I think I prefer snowy days than over rainy. 3 things in nature you find most beautiful. Probably being like in the Alps and skiing. If you're like above the clouds, that's really beautiful. Like if you go to a snorkeling, I did that in Thailand. And then maybe I'm gonna go with the Swedish, like not the Alps, because we don't really have Alps, but like the northern part of like with hills and stuff maybe. Favorite part of a human face? Maybe the food, because maybe the mouth, because I can eat with it. But I also would like to see, so I mean, eyes maybe. I don't know. Last thing you ate? The pizza leftovers from yesterday, because the stupid delivery. You probably saw that on Twitter. It took 3 hours for them to deliver the food, so we had already bought other food. So I had a whole pizza left over that I could eat today. Last thing you drank, Coca-Cola. If you could wish for one thing to be added to Battlefront 2 right now, and that wish is guaranteed to come through within 1 week, what would it be? A fixed progression system. It's too important to be ignored. Favorite 5 foods? Oh, some sushi, some tacos with the lime and cilantro, proper tacos, not the Swedish tacos. Some Indian tikka masala maybe. I'm just picking some difference, and some Thai, like when it's like avocado, lime, cilantro, shrimp, and maybe some lobster. I'm just 5 different ones. I would, yeah, maybe Obi-Wan Bardi, but I think I'd rather have a fixed progression system. The whole game would benefit more from that. Okay, I'm glad you liked the dramatic story, Owen. Leia slave outfit, Padme or Rey? Probably Padme. Have you ever seen a Bollywood film? Not a whole one, because I've seen like really ridiculous scenes from them. Oh my god, here's Owen again. If you could see in your head the next 3 major updates for Battlefront 2, what would you do with the knowledge? Probably nothing, because if I made a video saying I just got a revelation that I had three major updates are gonna be these, but it's only from my head, people wouldn't believe me. But if they were all actually true, the 3 of them, then DICE and EA would probably think I had an inside source at DICE, and they would start questioning me, so I'd probably not do much with the info, to be honest. If you could decide, would you rather have 4 heroes in a season and only 1 Galactic Assault map without a Starfighter Assault map, or only 2 heroes and 2 Galactic Assault and Starfighter Assault maps? I'd probably go with the heroes, actually. The 4 heroes. Which is the best fruit emoji? God damn it, I'm allergic to half of these. Actually, I am. Allergic. Allergic. Half. Yeah, about half. Probably, I would say grapes, maybe. Best fruit emoji, avocado is delicious. Best vegetable emoji. Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's the one I just answered. Best food emoji. Probably shrimp. Best dessert emoji. Chocolate. Is Owen asking the dumbest questions? Actually, he has a lot of questions, but they're not that bad compared to some others. If you could make one hero or villain, nerf or buff, what would it be? Be specific. Hero. Man, that's a tough one. Can I please say Wookiee Warrior nerf? Because they're like better than some heroes. So I think I'm gonna say Wookiee Warrior nerf. I'm gonna count that as a hero. Exactly, they would start questioning Dennis immediately if I knew of the next 3 updates. Would you rather have fiber internet but be limited to 3 days a week, or have broadband internet 24/7? Broadband internet can actually get up to 100, so I'd probably take broadband internet 24/7. Is there too many questions? Not really. Man, these Q&A sessions are getting longer and longer. I need to limit the amount of questions almost. Next Q&A, end of the month. How did you learn English? We learned it very early in school, and I think RuneScape probably learned me a lot as well. How many questions have Owen asked? I don't know, 35? How old are you? 23. $500 a day with no job. How would you go about your days? Money can roll over. I'd probably do more. I would do more content on YouTube, or like not more, but I would do more stuff that I didn't care if it got views on them. I would do like live streams a lot more, and less videos, and maybe only cover news. And I would also take more time to like be free days where I just, oh, you want to do some fun stuff with friends? Sure, I'll do that, because I don't have to worry about getting a video out every single day, you know? Favorite single play game? Probably Portal 2. You're on death row, and instead of a last meal, you get a last activity. What would yours be? Why can I not get a meal? I wanna get a sushi omakase meal where from Jiro, who gives me 1 piece at a time, like you get in like Japan when you sit at like a bar and get 1 sushi piece at a time. But that's still a meal, so I don't know if it was just a last activity. I don't know. A big party with my friends and family, maybe. Favorite beer? Character Rouge, which is a very good sour ale. If Hank is still in the chat, he will know what it is. We order it. You can only buy it once a year when they make the batch. It's pretty expensive. We ordered like 12 bottles, me, Hank, and another friend, and we split 4 each, I think. I had 1 for New Year's. It's very delicious, but it's a very sour beer is very special. So a lot of people try it and think, what the hell, does not taste good. I think it's delicious. So yeah. Sour ale, Character Rouge. Best beer there is. Did I ask too many questions? Nope, you're good. Typical Swedish Christmas. Big Yule board, Christmas table at Christmas Eve before Donald Duck. Donald Duck then starts at 3. You watch the same thing every single year, or you just fall asleep like half our relatives do. And then after that, you open Christmas presents, and then you chill, play some board games maybe. And yeah, favorite part in it. Probably just, I don't know, food and just hanging out with great people and eating nice candy. Yes, I'm going to do chat questions, Devin. Don't you worry. So if you have any, just save them up, and I'll jump there when I'm done here probably. My birthday is 27th of August. Do you like enchiladas? Yes. What advice would you give yourself aged 13? Oh shit, that was 10 years ago. I don't know, actually. How old are you then? Probably be less shy, but that's not really a good advice. I'm not sure. Maki versus nigiri. If it's good quality. Maki is good if it's bad sushi, then maki is better. Nigiri is better for real good sushi, good fish. Sashimi versus sake, definitely sashimi. Tacos versus Blue Milk Tacos. Hask versus Del. Hask. Garrick versus Tarkin. Tarkin, is Piet a fool? Yes, Piet is a fool. Hot chocolate versus milkshakes versus smoothies. This question is sponsored by Mountain Dew. #ad. I would say milkshakes. Supreme versus Gucci. I don't even know what Supreme is, which brand that is, so I guess I'll pick Gucci, although I don't want that either. No, Senate Central. We don't have Donald Duck with a snowball fight and where they build a big boat. It's actually different. Coke versus Pepsi. Coke. Red Bull or Monster? Definitely Red Bull. I don't think Monster is very good. Why don't you hate Battlefront 2? This question is sponsored by the subreddit to destroy Battlefront. Because it's not a bad game. It has issues, but it's not a bad game. I can read past headlines in the media and actually play it myself. Have you ever played Rainbow Six Siege? No, I have not. Reddit or Twitter? Definitely Twitter. Jakku or Tatooine? Tatooine. Janina Gavankar versus TJ Ramini. Janina Gavankar. If in Sweden, do you call the day after Christmas Boxing Day? We call it Christmas Day. Like we have Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. That's same as New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. That's what we call it. And we have Easter Day and Easter Eve and Easter Day. So always Eve is where it happens, day is the day after. So I prefer Christmas Eve because that's when we celebrate there. Boxing Day we don't celebrate. You agree that Christmas Eve is so much better? Yes. And yes, Hank, Annandagen, I don't even know what that's called in English. The day after Boxing Day. Does your cousin play Battlefront 2? If you mean my younger cousin, then no, because he's only like 9. So he's too small for that. But my older cousin, who is 1 year older than me, he plays Battlefront 2. Does your cousin know you're a Battlefront YouTuber? Yes, they both know. Actually, one of them is a mod, but it's not online right now. Where is he? No, I can't see him. Are you Illuminati? Nope. As a YouTuber, what kind of questions do family and friends ask you and how do you respond to them? I mean, my friends and family know about it, but if there's like some distant relative or someone I don't talk to very often, they always just ask, how can you make money of it? How can you do it full time? Like things like that, basically. What do you actually do every day and so on? Yes, Senate Central. REX is my cousin. Who made your logo and channel art again? Pixel Flare Graphics. Have you ever played Pokemon? Yes, I played a lot of Pokemon on my Game Boy Advance SP. I played Generation 1, 2, and 3. Pokemon Red, Pokemon Silver, Pokemon Ruby, and then I had Leaf Green and Fire Red as well. Are you shy about telling people that you do YouTube as a full job? Not really. I never like bring it up, except for when Hank in the chat is with me, because he wants to always bring it up as a joke whenever we meet new people. But like if someone asks what I do for a job, I'll say that I do it, but it's not something I like to bring up. And what are your people's normal reaction to your job? Most people think it's pretty cool. I mean, if it's younger people, they usually know that you can do it as a job. If it's older people, you have to explain what it actually is. But yeah, it was Hank is one. He sometimes he like goes when we're meeting someone like, hey, do you know this guy is? He's famous, and I'm like, dude, shut up, like. And then sometimes, actually, once it happens where a guy was like, yeah, I recognize you. You were in this video because another Swedish Mat Geek, another famous Swedish YouTuber, and I was like, well, I didn't expect that because he usually just brings it up to mess with me. How would you rank those lightsaber fights? Okay, I would say that Yoda versus Palps is probably one of my top ones. Rey and Kylo versus Praetorian Guards, second maybe. And then Obi-Wan versus Anakin, third. Luke Vader, sixth is after that. Maul versus Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon is also pretty high. I kind of lost the track, but you get my point. Exactly, Hank likes the meme. Where we're on the city. How do you feel about the meme Ben Swole? That meme is so funny. Like that picture just gets wider and wider every time someone copies it. Do you think Ben is swole? Yeah. Am I swole? No, I'm not. Do you think Ben Swole is quite swell? He is. How many questions do we have left now? Let me see. Okay, I need to hurry up a little bit here. Do you wish to grow? Oh, now we're getting Hennegi with the questions that he's smoked something before he asked. Do you wish to grow in bulk as by the absorption of moisture or the process of growth? I have no idea. Do you wish to increase abnormally in size as by inflation, distension, accumulation of fluids, or the like? Or do you wish to rise in waves as the sea? I'm just gonna ignore these questions because I don't know how to answer them. You're so philosophical, or high, Negi, or both. Who would you rather fight one-on-one in real life, Orson Krennic or Tarkin? If you're talking like just a physical fight, I'd probably take Tarkin because he seems older and weaker. But if you're talking about strategical, I would probably fight. I think Tarkin is smarter. How could they have made such a pathetic Death Trooper? It's useless compared to Wookiees. They should nerf Chewie somehow against heroes and Wookiees in general. And the Death Trooper I really think needs its real weapon and not the Sonic Imploder but a better grenade. I am gonna refer to my earlier question. I like and love all my senators. What is your favorite type of soup? Oh, man, I'm not a huge fan of soup, but fish soup probably. I've already replied to that earlier. What do you predict the future is going to be for Battlefront 2? I think it's going to be a very update frequent first 6 months or a year, and then they will evaluate how it's doing, and then it might die down, or we might get a lot more depending on how much they get from the microtransactions. So we'll see. How do you feel about your community? Like, you ever see any toxic people in your comments? Because I don't. On my videos, I think it's not toxic at all. It's still like this anti-EA thing. It's not at all as bad as on Reddit, but in terms of against other people and against me, it's a very friendly community, which I'm very glad about. Do you speak English or English American? I think I speak normal English, but sometimes I probably mix the pronunciations a bit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk did you get on New Year's night? Probably 6 or 7, I would say. I've been a lot more drunk. On a scale of 22 to 165. On a scale of 1 to 4, 3. What microphone do you use again? An Audio-Technica AT-AT 2020. Yeah. How tall are you? 187. How much do you weigh? I actually don't know. I don't have a scale. I'm pretty skinny, so not too much, but I don't know. I know I'm 187 centimeters because I had to test that for my new passport, I think it was. And for some reason I had grown 2 centimeters from my last passport, and I didn't think I had, but yeah. Have you taken an IQ test? And no. Most interesting places, things you would recommend a tourist to see in Stockholm, Sweden. The what the hell is it called? Archipelago, like the islands and stuff. And the old town. Oh, what comes up to your mind? Food and places when you hear about these countries. Don't get too political. By the way, other senators can add their own suggestions here by reacting with flags. Okay, that's an interesting one. Germany, I would say like Gamescom, beer, like just big slabs of meat and like sauerkraut. UK, I don't know what's common. Fries, bad internet, fish and chips, pubs. Poland, I would say. I don't know, Poland. They say suka blat. Is that Russia or is that Poland? I don't even know. Shut up, Hank. Okay, shut up, Hank. I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna time you out. Yeah, Italy, pasta, pizza, bappity boopity. Norway, rich oil people, good skiing. I don't even know what country that is. What's that? Zimbabwe? Is that what it is? I don't really have anything related to that. Iceland, I don't know, geysers and very few people. Denmark, like you can't talk properly. The weird kind of people in Scandinavia. And then the what do they call the red sausages? They're called like they're pretty delicious. I'll give you that. And I like the smørrebrød as well. Smørrebrød is good. China, Chinese food is good. France, good food. Hard to understand what they say. And I think that's all countries. Favorite Battlefront 2 mod? So far, probably the pre-Vizsla mod, actually. Pelsa, that's the one. Actually, I saw some gameplay with the silenced pistol. It looks extremely OP. He was able to kill people like across the map. It looks more powerful than ARs. But I think it's cool that they're adding it. That's the same question. And there's the final 3 ones, and then we're going to the chat to finish up the stream. Have you ever played Happy Wheels? No. Do you still look at that damage? I always look at that damage. And the final question you've asked 3 times during this stream now, so I will ignore that. And we will get to the chat to wrap up the stream. Owen, Hank has ruined you. Exactly. Denmark, and I think Denmark has very cheap booze as well. How many Dutch DJs do you know? I don't know if I know. I probably know some, but I don't know that they are Dutch, so I can't list them right now. But if you gave me a list, I'd probably say, oh, I recognize those. How did you and Jimmy meet? We were neighbors, or we are still neighbors, at our summer house, like our family and his family. So we used to play as kids, like when we went there over the summers. And there were some other neighbors as well. We used to like do bike trips, like 3 or 4 of us. We took the bikes into the, like Jimmy's a couple of years older, and so were the other guys. So it was one stage it became annoying when they were old enough to have mopeds. Is it called mopeds? But I just had a bike, so I was like just going behind them, like they were like waiting for me. So yeah. How did you and Hank meet? We studied at the same university, so that's how we met. What's your microphone? 80 20 Audio Technica? I don't know. Do you have to ever sign a contract with EA saying you can't talk about them? I'm not saying it's true, but I've heard some rumors from a couple of different YouTubers. Just wanted to confirm. I'll gladly answer that question. We have signed NDAs, but we have never signed anything that says we can't talk about them. We only sign NDAs that says we can't talk about the things we see at like the beta event or like the feedback event before the reveal. We couldn't talk about those, but I have never signed anything that I can say whatever I want about EA, as long as I don't say anything that spoils secret stuff, you know. But obviously I'm not gonna go out and be like an absolute jerk against them, because that's how you never get invited back again. I can be very critical of the game, which I think I have been compared to a lot of other game changers, and that's why they invite me to Game Changers events. Because I know some people get invited there, but then they're quiet and don't give any feedback. Because people think we go there to praise the game. That's not why they... What benefit do they have to invite us to give feedback if we don't actually give feedback? So I'm able to give a lot of feedback, which is probably why they invite me back. Do you use voice meter, and if so, do you use voice meter's live EQ settings? No, I use voice meter to get the audio, this microphone over there, to get the gameplay over there, and to get the alerts over here. So like to send the audio around basically, but I don't use the live EQ. Have you been in the military? No, because they removed that obligation. Can you stream Getting Over It? I don't even know what that is. I didn't realize that was a game when Hank said that. Planning on playing Getting Over It. I don't even know what that is. Oh, Devin, Hardwell and Armin van Buren. Actually, I think I've seen Armin van Buren. He was at Bråvalla, a festival a couple of years ago. Yes, Senate Central. The one Senate Central wrote down. That's the one I have. What would you improve with the progression system? Don't have it locked to crates completely. I think Lando loses accuracy way too fast when shooting. The Night Sniper could be more accurate at close range. What do you think? I don't think I have too much of an issue with that, because his sharp shot is so accurate. So I don't think I don't think so. Owen, are you EA's favorite game changer? I doubt it. I can say though that I think I am the game changer that has been to the most Battlefront 2 events out of... I think I'm actually the one who's been to the most at all this year. I heard from my sources that Elliot is one of the game changers that leave the most feedback. It's true. I talk a lot when there's feedback sessions. I do give a lot of feedback. Some people just sit there quietly and don't say anything. But I mean, if I see issues, I bring them up. That's why we're there. It's a naked man in a pot with a stick trying to climb stuff up. It's incredibly fun and frustrating. Sounds like a PewDiePie game almost. Do you think they will increase the max rank above 50? Yeah, I think they probably do that with every season. Oh, Elliot is the HQ of EO. I don't know what... I'm not at their HQ. What do you mean? Yeah, exactly, Bardi. You make no sense. So, do we have any more questions now for the last 5-10 minutes or so? Can you talk about some of the feedback sessions you have had or not? Would be interesting hearing some of the stories. I need to think a little bit. I can be a little bit generic, I guess. I mean, there's been a lot of events this year. Like, when there's a feedback event for, like, the beta, those are so late. That's when we capture the beta content, so the feedback we give there, they cannot change for the actual beta, but that's for the launch. But as you saw before EA Play, we got the chance to give feedback, which I'm glad they actually showed, because otherwise we wouldn't even have been able to say so. But it's just in general, I could say that things like progression, it's very hard for us to even get a chance to judge, both because it was so early and because you can't really judge it in a in an environment like that, and they usually have everything unlocked so we can give feedback on individual stuff. And then it's not about, some people think like, oh, we want the game changers wanted pay to win microtransactions. Like, no, we had literally no idea how you were able to buy stuff, and the whole unlock Darth Vader for whatever it was, that was like, we got to know it at the capture event before the release, and we were like, why the hell do you have this? And then they even increased the prices after that, which was even like, what the hell are you doing? So it's more like we give feedback to, I without going to specifics, I can say that we've had a lot of effect on like game modes. I'm not going to go into specifics, but that's for like both games, because that's easier to judge. When they play the same play test over and over every day at the office, and then all of a sudden they get 20 external people in there who play the game a lot to try it, or like play the old game a lot to try it, they get a new perspective on it. So yeah. Do you find Hairless Chewie as irresistible as the rest of us? Of course, Danger Cat. You created a beautiful mod. I'm looking forward to your future ones. Would you want a conquest mode added like the old Battlefronts? Yeah, like if we could get a conquest mode, yes. It would be nice to, with one mode that wasn't as linear. Do you only go to Game Changers events for Battlefront or other EA games? I've been to one Battlefield event, and I was like, I think it was last year. Was it the Battlefield 1 Alpha? It was like when I was already in LA. I just asked Dan Meter, like, hey, can I just play a few rounds and record for my channel? And he was like, sure. So that's the only one I've been. Hank, yes, I will probably not Fortnite, but I was talking to Jimmy about playing some PUBG or Battlefront later. What is your subscriber goal this year? Last year was 250,000. Did I say that I wanted that high? I'd probably just say 200,000 this year, because I've kind of not. I don't think I'm gonna grow that much more, to be honest. I feel like it's kind of stagnated a lot. So 200,000 I would be happy with this year. Favorite Battlefront YouTuber? Probably like Cinematic Captures. If you're talking just, because the thing is, there's a lot of Battlefront YouTubers who do the exact same thing as I do, and I don't watch them because why would I? I don't want to see someone else make the same video as I did, but with their own take on it. So the only Battlefront YouTubers I watch are those who make stuff that I don't make, like Cinematic Captures. What other YouTubers do we have that create stuff that are very different from me? If you're just talking Battlefront in general, I'll probably say Cinematic Captures, actually. Do you think they will have pod racing in Battlefront 2 or no? Possibly. I mean, we have the speeder bikes now. The ski speeders, which are similarly in control. Do you think you have made this game better by being a game changer? A little bit. I really can't take credit for too much, but there's definitely things I have said that's helped. But like, I can't say this thing is completely different because I've said something. That's just impossible. But a little bit maybe. Do you like astronomy? Astronomy is the one based in science, right? In that case, yes. Because if it's astrology, who is like magic crap, then no. But astronomy, the one with like science, that one I like. Do you know EA owned the devs that made the old games, Pandemic Studios? Yeah, Sledgehammer, Matt Everett, the community manager, he actually worked on the old Battlefront games. I've actually never watched Cryptic. If I'm gonna bring some other YouTubers I know are, I just realized, yeah, because we're talking about simply, I don't really know. I like Tesco's videos a lot because he also tested and showed stuff that I didn't do. DICE used to make racing games exclusively for Xbox. What is your favorite weird development transformation over the years? I don't know. I haven't caught up to developers too much to actually like know how weirdly. Maybe that Blizzard went from like strategy and MMORPG to Overwatch, kind of. I don't know. How was the experience of watching The Last Jedi in IMAX? I'm gonna be honest and say that I don't think IMAX adds too much. It's cool the first 5 minutes, and then you just kind of float into it and don't really think about the fact that it's IMAX. Do you think you will do more daily live streams this year? Yes. I mean, if you mean daily as in like every day for 3 weeks in a row, probably not. But like if there's a new release, I might do 4 streams in a row, and so on. So like I'm planning to do very regular streams, hopefully 2-3 times a week at a minimum. But yeah. Wait, Knappen, you don't know what IMAX is? Of course, you must know what IMAX is. Yeah, Hank, I agree. The better sound is the biggest pro for the IMAX. The big screen is not too much of a big deal. The big screen and the stuff. I just hate 3D. Why do they have to add 3D to every single movie? It doesn't add anything. It just makes it blurry. If you don't have the perfect spot, it just makes the text blurry. And I just think 3D is so damn annoying. The only movie ever that I felt like 3D actually added something to was Avatar. Exactly, Owen. So like that's the same thing I will do. Fair enough, Knappen. Hello there, Stu. You just caught the end of the stream. I'm wrapping up in like 2 minutes here. We got a 2-hour stream. I think they started off at like 50 minutes. They're getting longer by the month. Obviously, since we're getting more senators. So I hope you all have gotten your questions answered. And again, if you're a new senator, join the Discord chat and leave some questions in the #monthlyquestions chat. No worries, Stu. Hope you had a nice time with your guests. Yeah, Doctor Strange was... I'll agree that 3D worked pretty well for that. How can I send you fan mail? If you want to, there is information about that in the description below. Maybe not in the live stream description, but any video should have it at the bottom. But big thank you to everyone for the support. We are again now at 105 senators. Obviously dips down a little bit when I have a brief break of streaming. But big thank you for all of you for supporting me every month. I really appreciate it. And I am glad you want to be part of this journey. But yeah, I will see you all soon again. I will have another live stream this week with some Battlefront 2 gameplay, don't you worry. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.